going to be broke or sooner. Instead of getting that money and just leaving it in your savings account. Go back to work, continue to work, and save. Now, put money away and build onto that savings until you get to a nice chunk of change where you don't have to worry about money. You can live comfortably knowing that you got a healthy savings. So after a while, if you do it 2 years, 3 years, at least 2 years, that second year now with that money, you can either save it further or go, enjoy yourself or put away half and spend half. But a lot of people just blow through income tax money and have nothing to show for it in the next few months. They'll have no savings. I'd be amazed at a lot of people who I know who don't really have savings, who don't really have money put away. And they always use that excuse. I got bills to pay. I need this. Kids need that. But dude, you just got like $4,000, $5,000 in your income tax money. What you do with that? Oh, I bought another car. I bought this big screen. Or I went on a vacation. And then we all use that excuse too. Well, I deserve this. I deserve that vacation. I work hard to get this income tax money. I deserve it. I deserve it. But can you afford it? I'm not doubting that you don't deserve it. Sure, you deserve it. But can you afford it? And this is what you got to think about. Can you really afford to go blow 5 G's, 6 G's on a trip? To do for what? When it's better to save that money or invest it and build it, then when you get it to the correct point, you can take that trip and then come home still having money. Not having to worry about working overtime to make that money back up or what have you. These are the positions that we put ourselves in that I see all the time that we do as black people because we have not been properly taught how to build success and how to properly invest and save our money. So what I'm trying to say to you in the sense that, America is not fair. Not everybody is going to reach their goals and reach their dreams and be able to fulfill their dreams. The whole American dream is a myth. It's a myth. It's not, we all know this, it's not equal for everybody. Everybody is not going to have the opportunity to have the American dream. And for those who are in a situation where the American dream seems like it's, just a dream, if you're trying to reach that dream, it's going to require a lot of work. And again, a lot of people know that already. And a lot of people look back at their situation and they look at their life and they see the hurdles that they will have to go over and climb and, everything they will have to go through to reach their dream. So what a lot of people do is they settle. A lot of people just settle for being, okay. Or a lot of people say, I'm okay with just being comfortable, And, comfortable is still basically, like rich. Because to be comfortable means that, if you lose your job, you're still fine. Everything doesn't depend on your position, your job. You lose it, well, I got money, I got savings, I have assets, I have things that I own. And I tell people all the time, if you get your income tax money and you must spend it, if you want to buy something, if you have to do something like shop, spend money, buy things that are worth money. Buy gold, buy diamonds, buy an expensive watch, an expensive chain, necklace, or what have you. At least you just wearing the money around your neck. You still have the money technically. The price of gold goes up. So does the peace. Buy that. I would rather see people buy that than go buy 10, 20 pairs of Jordans, that you're going to wear. It's stupid. Buy things that you can resell and get back its worth at least, or at least really close to its worth. Buy, something antique that can resell for its value, things like that. Don't just go blow your money on a trip where it's just gone because you feel like you deserve it and you have no savings. And once you take this trip and you spend all this money, when you come home, there ain't gonna be much money left. Bills gonna be due, rent gonna be due, and you're gonna be back to the point you was at before you cashed that income tax check or before it got direct deposited into your account. And that's what happens with so many people around income tax time, that a couple months later, they right back where they was before they got the money. And to me, that is ridiculous. How? If you got your hands on 5, 6, 7,000, what are you doing? with that money. So you got to understand about investments. So what I tell a lot of people to do, and real estate is like one of the biggest money makers in America. And I tell a lot of people to do this with some of their money, to invest in liens, tax liens. In your state, they have, your sheriff's department has a tax lien auction. And what you can do with a lot of these properties that's on the tax lien list, and I recommend to a lot of people to examine the list. If you know your neighborhood, you know your city well, examine the list. Because you know homes that have been abandoned, or you know homes where people have not lived in, for months. Examine that list. So then you can say, well, I know nobody has to live here for a few years. So now with tax liens, what you can do is when you go to that auction, and let's say, opening bid for a property, it's around $1,300, $3,000, something like that. You go ahead and put that money down and you win that bid on that property, then, now you become a co-owner of that property. So attached to that home is amount of interest that your money will collect. Whatever your city designates, it'll be interest on that money. So now the true owner, because you're now co-owner of that property, but the true owner has a certain amount of time to pay up the money. Not only does he have to pay up the money that he owes, but he has to pay the money pay you back your money, plus that interest, that percentage of interest. So they might get a certain amount of time to have to pay that money up. So that whole time your money's sitting there is collecting interest. So now after a certain period of time, you can go ahead and file to be sole owner of that property. And then after everything goes through, if it goes right, the person has to come back to collect that property. And if you've been seeing this house for years and nobody has been in there, 9 times out of 10, the owner's not coming. So now you become sole owner of that property. And that property could be worth, you paid $1,300, $3,000, but the house could be worth, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. So you go ahead and fix it, flip it, game over. And when you have an asset like that you're trying to flip for, commercial value, you're trying to be a real estate investor, then now you have something that can be used as collateral for a loan to go ahead and do the construction, to do the whole remodeling of the place to where you can fix it up. Because now you have the property as an asset, and you can use it, to get the loan to fix it up, flip it, either rent it out or sell it. This is how you begin to build wealth. And there's a lot of things that people don't know about because, we're simply not taught these things. And a lot of people don't actively go out and try to figure out the best way to invest their money. Now, another way to build money, a lot of people don't understand how pop-up websites work. And you have to understand that you have companies out there that sell their wholesale. When a company has too much, they have overstock or they bought too much wholesale and they have a lot left over that they need to get rid of, they'll sell it for under wholesale price. And what a lot of people do, including myself, is you can buy a lot of that stuff. And what you do is if you're computer savvy, you can go ahead and put together a website, put the stuff up for sale, and sell it. Or sell it on eBay, sell it on Craigslist, and make, some money. And you've probably seen it before, pop-up websites. When you see a site pop up, somebody selling Jordans, somebody selling clothes or what have you. A lot of those times, those be pop-up sites that somebody acquired a lot of merchandise and they put a site up to sell either jewelry, sneakers, clothes, or what have you. And you got to watch out for some of those places because some of them are scams. I tell a lot of people to go ahead and research the email address. the .com. Really research the domains and see how long they've been out. And that's difficult. So you got to look at the reviews because sometimes when you look at how long one of those companies been out, they could have been out for like a week. But it could be a pop-up site to where they're only going to be selling this stuff until it's gone, and then the site is going to come down. So it doesn't mean it's a scam. It just means they have a limited amount of merchandise that they're going to sell, and then they're going to take the site down. So what you pay attention to is reviews. If they don't have reviews of people talking about the site, saying it's good and, the merchandise was fast and everything, I got everything quick and everything like that, don't mess with it. But that's another good way to invest your money that you can build money really quick. And it's it's a lot of little things you can invest your money into, but I always recommend to people to make sure that you got that savings first. And that's like, your back pocket money, I call it. Make sure you got that money in your account. You should, as long as you got that, you sitting on that money, as long as you got that money, you fine. That's the peace of mind you've been looking for. When people say comfortable, that back pocket money is comfortability. And by that, I mean having that 3 times your expenses in your account, in your savings account. Whatever your expenses is going to be for the month, multiply that times 2 times 3. I usually do tell people do 3 times 3 months. Multiply that times 3 and make sure you have that in your savings account. So if you spend $5,000 a month, which few people do, but if you know of your bill, let's say you rent $800, $900 a month, then you factor in cable and your phone and food and all that. So you basically spend, let's just say to just blow it up. Let's just say you spend $2,000 a month. Some people spend more than that. Let's say you spend $2,000 a month. Then you want to have at least $6,000 saved in your savings account. That way, anything goes wrong, you don't got to call around for a bunch of people for help. You got backup. So this is just a position that you can put yourself in now, easy, fast. To have stability in your life and to get rid of that doubt and worry. Because when you got that kind of anxiety over your head, that worry and doubt, you make poor decisions. You make bad judgment calls with your money. If you staying focused on keeping that money in your account and building on it and saving money, then you tend to make better financial decisions with your money. A lot of people get real antsy, the money burning a hole in their pocket. We all heard that term. And they want to go out and spend because they feel like they need it, they deserve it, or what have you. You got to make sure you got that money saved. You got to make sure that you actively working towards a better position financially in your life and not just working 9 to 5. In the Black community, we've grown up learning get rich quick. A lot of people, as I said, we want to get money fast, and everybody got their little scams and their little side hustles. And we've been taught to basically respect the hustle. Because you got to respect the hustle. Don't get me wrong, but you don't only have to hustle. You don't only got to be doing fast money, quick money, schemes. You have to really be willing to spend the time to invest into something. And then I tell a lot of people, if you got buddies, you got friends, and y'all all work, y'all all get money, y'all all get income tax, it's very easy for you and your friends, if y'all close, because you know how I go with friends and money, it don't work out. But if you got a close group of friends that y'all cool, and white people do this a lot, we need to start doing it. Put y'all money together, man. If y'all save the whole year, just regular savings, then around the time you got income tax money, let's say it's about 5 of y'all, you get your income tax money plus the savings you had. You put that money together. Somebody got to have good credit. One of y'all got to have good credit. But even still, all you guys together will be able to get a loan to either start a business or to either invest in real estate. Now, let's say you guys put your money together and y'all just establish something like $50,000, and y'all want to go into real estate as an investment. Do the business thing and come up with a group or what have you, and go out and start buying properties and fixing them. And it's something that you can do to really build wealth fast. Real estate is the fastest way to build wealth. They keep jumping on the real estate market as if, the real estate is going down, this and that. It's bullshit, I'm telling you. Anybody who's smart enough to understand how this stuff works knows with real estate, it's all about having the right property in the right location. And if you can do that, you'll be fine. The thing is with us, with Black people, we know people, that need houses. We know people that need apartments. We all know somebody that want to get out their mom house, that want to move or what have you. It benefits you to get a place that you can put a few apartments in there and have them ready, to move people that in there to make money, to build money. Real estate is the fastest way you're going to build wealth, and it's really easy to really get into. We've all heard about this before. There's a lot of real estate get rich quick schemes out there, but you can't knock how fast you can build wealth with real estate. And I try to tell people to get on it because it's something that can change your life if you do it correctly if you have the right team with you, and you choose the correct properties and you do things the correct way. And not just that, it's a lot. Since you got places like you got government assistant programs, you have things like low income housing and stuff like that. Now, if you have a property, let's say with like welfare or low income housing, you could put your home on that list. Only thing that's going to happen is they come out there, they do an inspection, a home inspection, and if the property meets the requirements of welfare or low income housing or what have you, then they'll approve your house to be on the list, and then that's guaranteed government money. So you'll have somebody, they'll have somebody move in there or whatever, and you show them the place, and if they like it, they move in. But that's guaranteed money a month from the government, and a lot of people don't understand. It's so many connections that we already got and things that we know in the hood that we can utilize to build wealth and to really succeed financially in real estate. We live in a lot of neighborhoods where it's a lot of houses that's ran down and have been sitting there for decades. And a lot of people don't know how to go about getting those properties, and tearing them down and rebuilding a new property. It's a lot of things that's coming available for, depending on the state that you live in, for a lot of real estate owners, because, since 2008 when the market basically, went upside down, they came up with a lot of new laws to protect people, and a lot of people qualify for stuff that they don't realize. So this is something I'm really because I was talking about this in the DVD. If you purchased it, I said I was getting into the real estate market, and then I'm about to start providing low income housing in Philadelphia, where I'm from, for people later on down the line. Once they get everything together and sweet, and this is something I'm going to be doing.